What up, what up, what up, what up? I've been watching some video about these guys that this one guy says independent artists, and he's a guy that goes around to different agencies filming, police, mostly police departments, and some other government agencies, public libraries, stuff like that. Talking about this is right. Now, I just became what they call an independent journalist. Okay, got my press passes and everything. So I know I can go around and videotape. I know I can go even without that. I can go videotape public places. But I also know there's unwritten code that you have to have permission for certain things, especially if you're part of the press. Especially, press the call and say, "Hey, we're doing a story. Is it okay if we go by one of your stations and film, mostly outside?" And sometimes they're granted to go inside and film, maybe just right at the front lobby, or they have an area where they can film, inside the police station with permission. And then there's also two more than likely stories that they follow up on pertaining about the police or criminal activity. So now I don't know a lot. I'm not saying I know anything about the press and how they work or anything like that. But normally, from what I do know, the press usually identify themselves by having a badge of some type, press, media, then people know who they are. Usually, press don't have a problem identifying themselves when they're interacting with the police or sheriff deputy or of any type like that. Normally, usually the press know to keep their distance or be in a certain area where they can videotape without getting in trouble and or arrested or anything like that. So I've been watching a lot of these First Amendment auditor people, and in some aspects they are trying to be respectful, but also too on the other hand they're being very rude and very aggressive when it comes to some of their talk. And what I mean by that is, as soon as the police, oh, how can I help you? No, I'm not giving my name, and stuff like that. What's your name? Then when the police officer, and then don't get me wrong, there's also been rude police officers. So it's kind of like a catch-22, a 50-50 thing. Them going back and forth. Now, why would you be out filming police cars? I mean, especially with today's climate, they don't know who you are. They don't know you're not really having a form of ID on, or you're not really showing that you that you are the press. And I'm just saying, I would probably ask some questions too if you're filming cars. Now, if you're just waving your camera around and you're not, you're doing a general story, you have it like pointing in a direction where you're just hovering over the lot. You're not particularly filming, moving side to side. Okay, that's a different story. So, when it comes to media, normally media, it's a gray area there. Yeah, they can ask permission to do certain things to film, but if they own a parking lot or in a building, certain places, film it is an open area, so it's kind of tough to be on them like that without causing a problem, without making yourself famous. You know what I'm saying? So I've never had an issue on my job with the media coming onto the lot doing a story or filming or anything like that. I've always asked them, "Hey, what's up?" They said, "Oh, we're just doing a story." But Channel Five, you can see it's Channel Five. If they're in the van, Channel 7 or Channel 4 or whatever, Channel 2, whatever. And most of the reporters that are on TV, I've seen them before on TV, so I know that they're reporters. So I know that they're actually doing the story. So I know they're not out violating anybody's rights by, doing whatever. And then most of them will come, if they see me, they know they see security. They'll say, "Hey man, is it okay if we do a story or if we film or videotape or whatever?" I mean, I'm not tripping. Now, sometimes the store may ask, "Hey, what are these guys doing? They don't have permission. They need to," so I'll just let them know, "Hey, you need to be careful. Don't do too much. If the store say don't film, please don't film them. But they also too have a way of blurring people's faces out. You know what I'm saying? So, but watch a lot of these videos where these auditors are basically being assholes. And then like I said, a cop goes along with it being assholes. So it's just very weird that these guys are doing stuff and it's basically causing aggravation for themselves. You know, and this one guy, he has a couple of videos up, First Amendment Auditor, that has over 1 million views. A few million views. And that's what they're going. So they basically are starting a channel, basically messing with people. They're starting a channel basically to go out and just videotape, just to cause aggravation, and also to have a channel to where they can legitimately not work. Because once you build up a channel and you start getting lots of views, you know, uh, YouTube will pay you. Now, they'll do stuff within reason to not get their channel deleted, not to get in trouble or strikes or anything like that. So, of course, they're going to try to ride that line without falling over the line and getting in trouble, doing stuff that's out of hand. Now, could somebody report them and get them in trouble and get their channel deleted? Yes, I'm pretty sure of that. But at the end of the day, these guys are able to do what they want to do, videotape, make these videos and have a successful channel and make a lot of money off of it. And I think for a lot of us that are in this business legitimately trying to do the right thing, that it could mess up for everybody. Now, me personally, would I go somewhere and videotape where I'm not supposed to? No. Would I respect people's wishes and if they ask me politely, hey, I don't want to be in your story, I don't want to be in your video, um, I would make sure I don't video. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just very sad that these guys, a lot of these guys, and I'm pretty sure we have some that are okay. You tell them hey to leave, they'll leave. But it's unfair for the ones that are not leaving and disrespecting the police and disrespecting the whole sanctity of the press. So it's just sad, because at the end of the day, what these guys doing and being rude, all it takes is for them to change the rules. Hey, they like that. This one, they have a sign at the library that say you can't come in videotape and take pictures. He's like, I don't care. That's my right. It's my right to video. You don't care about them rules, the rules they have. Then every time you look up, well, they got cameras inside recording me. Did they get my permission first? But then he said that's what they do. So it's like, what are you talking about? Of course, they're supposed to turn off their camera system and when you're in there, not to record you. Because what if somebody come in and rob the place while you standing there? They don't have video footage of what's going on. And then somebody steal your camera and shoot you because you videotaping. In the library when you're not supposed to. And he's all upset about it. Trying to make a big old thing. And it's sad. It's very unfortunate that someone's just trying to be a legitimate, independent journalist. You messing it up for them too, for doing their job, making their channel grow, and using footage for their channel. Even if a person has a past like me, doing legitimate information, trying to pass it on to the public and make sure the public knows. Because going around to me, what benefit is it going around to a police station, just filming a police station? What are you filming for? What is it really saying? What are you really saying about the police station? And you videotaping cars. Like the one guy I just seen, okay, I get that there are some vehicles that have regular police license plate. And the police officer driving it in the city may be paying for it, for those regular cars. The cop don't have a personal. So I get you might report that. But also, too, there's a way about it. You know, go in and address it. Go in and address the officer at the front desk and say, hey, I'm doing a follow-up story on police officers driving, seem like they're driving regular cars. They have regular plates. They don't have exempt plates. Is there someone I can talk to about that? Is there some way I can, have somebody give me information about that? Reason why, that the police officers are driving with regular license plates. They may or may not cooperate with you. They may or may not give you the information. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's procedures in place that you should follow the rules and be nice to people. It may get you somewhere far. It may take you somewhere. You know, you may get more information than you thought you would if you're respectable and you go in and you address it confirmly. You know, that's my plan, is to make sure I do it the right way. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I never know what type of situation I may be in to get something great out of it. Videotaping, especially, might be able to get a good interview out of it. You know, where I get millions of views. So all I know is these guys seem like they're just out for blood when they're going in talking trash about the police and trying to do something negative, taking, video of cars and stuff like that. But hey, people watch it, people, look at it, and people applaud it. Hey, thinking somebody are finally checking the police, and but a lot of it backfires on people when it comes to that. So yeah, I see some of them, ending up backfiring, and they get in a whole lot of trouble, and hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, you know. So, but hey, they're out here doing their thing. They're making money off of it. Uh, they're able to get away with it. Then, of course, they're able to get away with it because they're white. You know, um, I don't know how many black people actually do it. I don't see black people doing it trying to get away with it, videotaping stuff like that. I mean, I don't see no benefit out of going around hassling the police. To videotape cars in restricted areas. I can see if they had an empty lot, parked a bunch of police cars somewhere, and you're like, why are these police cars been here for months? They're not using them. Even with the guy that saw the police cars with regular plates on it, I understand he questioning that. That's cool. We all need to know about that. Because if a town is paying for a police officer's personal vehicle, hey, we need to know why is that happening? Why these guys don't have a personal vehicle? Why they able to drive around 24/7 in a regular vehicle, and then we're paying for it? Put city plates on it, make it exempt. You know what I'm saying? Make them exempt to where, they have to turn in at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, these First Amendment auditors, they have good and bad ones, and I'm pretty sure they're trying to provide a service for all of us to see stuff. And sometimes it's good that they point out stuff. I'm seeing some, you go, oh, I didn't know that. That's good that they point that out, that we know, that we're aware of it. But also, too, don't be belligerent to police officers. Because, like I said, you never know how far you might get, you know. And it makes it look bad, makes you look bad when you're always badgering them and point out the negative. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that it needs to be fair all the way around. And, you know, uh, it's crazy how they doing things. So thank you for watching and subscribe to my channel. Holla back.